Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for the podcast In Force, the only podcast with me, the Strat Soldier, looking at the market through the eyes of the Strat. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on? Strat Soldier here for In Force, the only podcast with me, the Strat Soldier, looking at the market through the eyes of the Strat. We got JJ for our monthly recap. JJ, October was supposed to be red, and it wasn't red. It was not red. that's
No,
that's my intro.
we didn't get any. We didn't. The hunt was over before the month began.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the hunt for red October. Yeah, that lasted 2 days, maybe.
Right.
Maybe.
Well, we got a layover coming in here to November now, though.
Yeah, yeah,
We got
yeah, yeah. A lot of
little
things
something
opening.
something.
Yep, a lot of things opening inside month. It's a good time to this is a good time to talk about time frame continuity. Just because it is inside, and I got a shooter in force on the week on SPY, Dow Jones, QQQ. Now we don't necessarily uncouple until next week, the second hour Tuesday, but uh, for everything to open up inside month, people freaking out, people calling for the market to crash, people here it comes, it's going to crash, and then we get an outside day scenario 3 on the day today. So it's the market's all over the place today. It's November 5th. If anybody's wondering what day it is.
Right. Exactly. Uh, yeah, we got good actionable signals on bigger time frames right now, so that's kind of nice.
Mm-hmm.
It's just nice to see that we have some insiders. We've had so much of we've had so much continuity to the green over the last
Yeah.
months.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, so I can see why people kind of freak out a little bit. They see in the market coming back in, and there is a little bit of a reason to be caution here, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah.
This the month is sitting kind of heavy right now on the SPY. We're only $2 away from getting near the lows, and we got 2 days left in the week. I like what you said that we won't uncouple till Tuesday. Um, so we'll see. We'll have a better. Like I said, I usually the first week I tell all my guys it's like just let this week go by and let's see how things shake out. I don't really trade anything in the first week of a new month.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Okay.
want to feel it out. I go back and I'll look at the last week of October and then size it up with what we got coming in for the new month. So I don't like to trade anything in the first week of a month. I want to just get a little flavor.
Yeah, yeah. Let them open. Let them open. Love it.
Right, let them open. Right, and give it a week. Give it a week. Let's see what
Yeah.
the week looks like at the end of the day. Right now, our weeks are staying red unless something changes here in the next 2 days. We're going to finish out inside, and then we're going to have a good actionable signal on a weekly, and then we'll see what happens on Tuesday when they uncouple. We'll
Yeah.
see what there.
And then for people that don't know what a coupling is, that's when we'll have four separate openings, set four separate opening prices on the month, the week, the day, in the 60 minute. And honestly, that's another reason why time frame continuity is very important to think about, just because that's what makes swing trading hard sometimes too. Is you have to remember that the weekly, the daily, and the 60 they change. The week changes 4 times a month. The daily, how many ever times, the daily, and the 60, the 60 minutes changing, every hour. And
Right.
that can make swing trading tough. Even though that's what I've been doing is swing trading anyway. That's what I've been doing. What you been doing?
What is it called? Speed trading?
Swing trading. Sorry.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's exactly. I'm doing the same exact thing. Again, there's a couple of names that I'm in that
Mhm.
I've been riding on. I mentioned to you, Macy's, right?
Macy's,
Retail,
yes.
boring. Nobody wants to talk about Macy's, but the thing's made a nice move.
It has. It's interesting too because the rest of retail is down. It's two down on the month on the rest of retail. So Macy's is doing something nice right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, my target is like 24 and change.
Hmm.
Kind of it broke down a little bit today, but today it moved up
Still
really
good.
really nice.
Yeah.
We made some new highs here. So yeah, so I'm looking at that. I like some of the automobiles. I like General Motors.
Okay.
General
GM.
Motors is trying to get back into full time frame continuity, getting a little bit better on GM.
Yeah. I
See
see
that
that.
one? That one's been that one, and you got that inside month, um, and it's getting a hammer going on there
Hmm.
on the monthly. So that's when I was involved in this Merck, and Merck kind of fell apart on me a little bit. So sometimes you got to run.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like
I
what you
see.
say. It's like sometimes you just got to cut bad trades.
Yeah. Is Merck doing
Um,
the work? Yeah. Not right now.
so and I like to watch the ones that fall apart, the gappers to the downside. I typically and I tell this to all my guys on YouTube. Typically, when we get when you get a knockout, we call it, you get a knockout where you get a gapper down.
Mm.
We don't trade it for the first 3 days. We just kind of focus and see what's cooking with it for the first 3 days, and
Okay.
then we wait for it to triangle out about 5, 7 times, and then maybe then it starts to move again. We could go back to that IBM.
Okay.
Remember that we talked about IBM, and that
Yes.
was last month, and embrace the chop. All right,
Yes. Embrace
because
the chop.
the chop was like, we watched it triangle out, we watched it triangle out, and then finally the thing got out of jail, and it got it
Yeah.
all the way back up to $300. All
Yeah, it's
right,
so amazing that IBM's 300. It moves so slow. Like I remember trying to trade IBM back in 22 and 23, and I'm like, this is so boring. It's so boring. But I evidently I should have stayed in it because like it's up to 300 bucks, all-time highs. I should have
right.
stayed in it.
The focus right now is everything's AI, and
Hmm.
that's what's keeping everything. I mean, but right now, what's driving the market up right now? It's not AI right now. I mean,
Hmm.
I'm looking at Nvidia. It's stuck
Yeah.
inside month. Av
Hmm.
goes down. Oracle's down.
Hmm.
Um, even Nvidia, I mean, it made the move up, finally got out to like 210, 212, backed off right away.
Hmm.
Um, so I think there's still some consolidating going on there. Um, Still trying to find all the money that they need, that they're gonna need to really rank this thing up, to really rack
Yeah.
it up and get it going. So so I'm a little bit different. I kind of like retail. I do like the diamonds. I like the sectors. I like to watch banks have been really good, and
Hmm.
we get these moves to the upside, and then all of a sudden they abandon them and they just walk away. So it's like, so you gotta watch the charts, man. You gotta go through the charts.
Yep. I agree.
At the end of the day, you got to go through the charts. You got to, every day you got to, and don't over trade.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah.
I've narrowed it down. Sometimes I have like 12 positions. It's just it gets a little chaotic.
Yeah.
So I kind of
Definitely.
I've shrunken my and I've been a better trader for doing that too.
Okay, that's
So
good.
that's a couple of things that I do just that help me to be a better trader. And
That's
then
awesome.
and then we try to teach others and get them to pick up on what our successes should be, something that they can pick up on.
Yeah.
So,
No, yeah,
so
totally agree. Totally agree. UNH, I was in UNH. That was great. UNH on the month, and but now it's 2-2 reversal back down on the month, shooter and force. The good thing is, uh, we knew it could happen. The bad thing is it's happening. You know,
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going back down, but that was good for me. Got out at like around 362, somewhere around in there. And anyway, it's reversing back down. I was hoping that thing would go back up, but yeah, you're right.
Well, that shooter on the month went into force.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely two down. Yeah,
Right.
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
So,
And going through the weekend shift and showing people, these things week to week, and trying to stay. I've been noticing that there's been, I call them leftovers now, because yeah, there was an actionable signal. Let's say it was a hammer on the week, and then it goes 2-2 up, and now it's a shooter. So now it's a shooter counters a hammer type of situation. So, well, there's no reason to take the stock off the list. Let's go ahead and leave it on there. Like, so I've been calling them leftovers. And like maybe that's the whole embrace the consolidation there. But yeah, yeah, we've been having those leftovers, and to track those week to week so they can see, because I see it, and for them to see it too, and for them to catch on. I really like that a lot. I like that a
oh,
lot.
nice.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah, that's good. Again, watching your charts,
Hmm.
knowing what the candlesticks mean,
Yes.
and
Hmm.
this is important,
Hmm.
this is I mean, and it's like I constantly looking at the setups, and I really like with the broadening formations, I'm that,
Yeah.
I tell you before, like I go back into history and I see how things broke, and because a lot of the same things happen over and over and
Yeah.
over again. And I think
Hmm.
we've talked about this before too. So, that's one of the things. Again, watch the charts, watch the charts, watch the charts, and
Yeah.
um, and then you're gonna and you have faith in the fact that things are gonna go, and especially when we talk about full time frame continuity.
Hmm.
It's like once we get you gotta have faith that these things are gonna go. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah.
And if Rob would say anything, it's like like Tesla, 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 you know. But I'm telling you, man, it's just like that thing would just keep moving and
Yeah.
moving and moving.
Yeah.
Um, and there's don't take yourself out of good trades.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I and
Well,
I that's
if there's no reason to get out, don't get out. Hmm.
right. That's
Hmm.
that's been a that has been a difficulty for me. Sometimes I get out of trades that are good trades, and then I got to go back and say, why did I get out of this?
Hmm.
You get, listen, you got to rely on the bigger time frames.
Hmm.
Like I said, we talked about earlier, if you're going to trade 15s and 30s, you're going to have to be really quick, and you're going to have to be nimble. You're going to have to really use stops. So I start from the bigger time frames, and I work my way down. That's
Yes.
how I look at it.
Hmm.
So if I pull up anything like the monthly, that's why we're doing this now. So we're
Yeah.
looking at how did SPY end on the month, and where are we now? So and I mean, you see it, right? It was all two twos.
Yeah.
Not an actionable signal anywhere in sight. If you look at the SPY just from the last couple months,
Yeah.
I don't think there wasn't a one in there.
No. Just straight going two,
Straight
two, two,
twos,
two,
right?
two. Yeah.
Now
Definitely.
and we got one now, but it's only November 5th.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I could go straight two up. And I was watching when it did go two up so fast in October, and it was red for a couple days. And you said something really interesting. I was like, it could go scenario three I mean, that's always a possibility, and so we'll see. We'll see if this goes green and stays green. Um, but yeah, broadening formations on how the higher time frames, especially the monthly time frame. I love to start there because I want to know who is in control, the buyers or the sellers. And,
Right.
if it's green on the month, the buyers are there. If it's red on the month, the sellers are there. And then then I'm looking at the weekly chart to find actionable signals to reconfirm what I'm seeing on the month. Like I'm not looking for the 60-minute. reversal to trigger the daily, to trigger the weekly, that hopefully triggers the monthly, that triggers the quarterly, that does the, I'm not doing that. I'm not waiting. I want time frame, I want the higher probability trade, which is, whatever's happening on the month, I want to ride that wave. That's what
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, definitely. Hmm.
Right. That's why I say right now, we
Yeah.
only got 2 days left in this week,
Yeah.
and we might just stay this way here and finish out the week.
True.
I think there's a maybe there's a lot of macro out there, a lot of macro out
Lot of
there.
macro.
So there's a lot of chatter, there's a lot of talk, and again, you got to kind of weed that out a little bit and just focus. So for anybody that, especially if you're new trading, um, go from these bigger time frames for sure.
Hmm.
You see we're 2-1 inside. Now, if it starts to hammer up and you see this hammer starting to form, you're gonna see that week and you're gonna see that day. So
Yeah.
we gotta focus it from that way. And then yeah, and then the smaller time frames are for when you're in full. I talked about this today. I made a video today, and I said, the 15s and the 30s, that's the tool that you use to get back into full time frame
Hmm.
continuity.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
and if they start to fall apart and they're constantly giving you troubles, it's giving you a signal to saying that maybe you want to cool the jets on this thing, or you want to move your stop up or whatever you're going to be. So I think that's what's important. It's those 15 and 30-minute bars are for getting us back in
Yeah.
when
Oh, I
when
like
when,
that. I
when
like
things
that. Yeah.
fall apart.
Yeah,
Because
I like to use those smaller time frames to definitely manage something. Maybe I got something in on the week, and it's just ripping. Like for some, maybe it's just fast. And I'm watching my daily chart, and my 60 minute might be slow. But I talk about the PSAR. I teach the parabolic stop and reverse, and sometimes yeah, we got to drop down on the 30 minute or the 15 minute because this thing is just moving, and you got to
right,
keep pushing those stops up. But when I'm doing something like that, it's usually a day trade or or
right,
a couple days, swing trades, short term thing. But
and you're
yeah,
trying to take as much as you can.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't want to hold on too long and it stops me out, you know what I mean, or break even or whatever. When, like you said, when you go back and okay, why did I get out when I could have made, you know, whatever, 50 something dollars or whatever it is, you could have made some money, you know,
Right.
as opposed to just letting it triangle you out on a bigger time frame. So
Yeah,
yeah,
but buyers can be in control, and
yeah,
15 minutes later,
yeah,
sellers have taken over again.
yeah. They start taking
So
profits and it goes the other way.
and
Definitely.
that's when it goes into that chop mode, and then you just got to let that. Just you got to let it run its course.
Yeah.
You know
Yep.
what I mean? You got to definitely let it run its course, and then it'll get us out. It'll get us out. It'll show us the way out eventually.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
Again, so I think you got to just keep an eye on the charts, watch chart, and watch your futures. Like certain stocks, like Macy's, for example. This thing's been moving really nice, even with the futures kind of a little sideways here. So it's nice to get one that's really moving up on its own.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There you
Yeah.
go.
Macy's doing great. Here's the monthly
Yeah.
chart.
Got up to 21, get up what to
Yeah.
21 and 10 or something like that today.
Yeah.
I think it made a
Oh,
high up.
today. Yeah. Let's see here. Today yep, 21, 24 is what I got on
Yeah,
today.
21, 24, and then it backed
Yeah, look
off
at
from
that.
there.
Wow.
Then they turn around because sellers, they're going to take control. But and another thing that's very important is you got to know your support levels. You got to know where you're going for. Um,
Yeah.
Right now with Macy's, it's 1930, 1928, 1930 solid. I think that's a
Hmm.
really nice place for a support system. So you know where your support lines are, know where your resistance lines are. That's important to know that because we see, I put the numbers out on the S&P 500 almost every day. Today
Hmm.
it was what 6850 on the SPX now. I'm looking at the cash.
Hmm. Hmm.
With the cash get up to 69, 20, 34. Got through that number today. Oh no,
Yeah.
no, 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 we did not. I'm looking at the month here. All right, so let's see what that daily was. Today we got up to 68.28. So I'm at 68.50. All right. So it got some,
Nice.
you got some, it actually got to 68.30. It got some exhaustion risk and it broke back down. And my low end, I was at 67.40 and we got back down to 67.60. So we were kind of close in there.
Yeah.
All right.
I yeah. What I yes. What I like about Macy's is the broadening formation on the month on this thing. It's starting to come back up. And whoever got this thing at $12.36, that's awesome. But even here is really good because we could be getting up to 25. That high that right here, uh, 37.95. That's awesome. I mean, just buying some shares in that thing and holding that thing till it gets all the way up there, that's really good. But it's been as high as it looks like October of 2015 was the heyday of Macy's back at $73.02. I'm pretty sure that stock split and
Yeah.
everything else.
I
But
don't know. I don't know if you'll ever see that again.
I don't know, we'll see. I don't know, maybe Macy's got they're obviously getting something right. They're
Yeah, for
obviously getting
sure,
something
for
right.
sure. And it's the most wonderful time of the year too. So
Yeah, that's true.
we
They're
got
getting ready
that
for that
coming.
Macy's Day Parade. That's what they're doing.
Right, 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 right. It's coming that way. So that's what I'm hoping. Let's capitulate to up there, and then because like I said, I think my target's around 24 and change,
Hmm.
um, and if once it gets up there, and if it does get there, and it looks like it's got more gusto, I'm definitely going to take some money off the table, and then
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the leftovers, and they can do what they want to do with them with the leftovers after that. And then I just stop them up, and
Yeah.
then I won't have to watch it as much anymore. I can kind of
True.
focus on some other things. So yeah, great. Little. I'm off the beaten path. Like I do trade Nvidia a little bit. I made some money in Nvidia. I got out at like where did I get up to? I bought it at like 158.
Okay.
I got out at like 170 and something, and I can't remember what it was that spooked me to get back out, but it was a nice trade, but I
Yeah.
didn't get back in. I didn't get back in,
Oh,
so
okay. Okay.
so it's nice to be, these AI stocks. I still think they're still consolidating a little bit.
Hmm.
That's what I think. I
Yeah.
mean, you look at it, they're all down right now. They're not down bad, but they're down. A Micron is an absolute stud. Pull up that one.
Micro MU, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
All-time highs. Yeah. I Micron is another one of those ones I just stopped messing with it. I was just like, eh. And now I'm, kicking myself because I got out of this thing.
I,
Because
I
yeah.
yeah, I think Apple's going higher too.
Micron,
I just
yeah.
look at Apple, but they don't have, they still don't have an AI. They were going to go with Gemini. They didn't go with Gemini. So they're trying to do it homegrown. So that's why Apple has been taking a while to get where it's going here. But 260, so
Yeah.
it's finally gotten back up to so I think once they get everything situated, I think I told you that story about how there's a company. on your iPhone, there has a connection. There's a connection in every single iPhone. And I think that at some point, um, Apple's going to be able to connect directly to a satellite. And then,
Oh,
like it's like T-Mobile and a lot of these companies, um, they could be a bit at the behest of that. So we'll see. But I don't know for sure or anything.
huh.
But I'm saying is that I think that Apple has a way to get a connection where you won't need to have a company like T-Mobile. You're going to go directly to a satellite at some
Yeah, like
point.
was it ASTS?
Yeah,
Yeah, Space
ASTS.
Mobile. Call your
Yeah.
mama, call your grandma from outer space. No drop calls.
Yeah. Do you trade? Do you guys trade? Does your guys trade that one?
We were looking at it. It's 212. It's 22. Excuse me, 212 down on the week. Let me go ahead and add this to the weekly chart and give us something else to look at. But no, we weren't. We were looking at it when it had to. It first when it first went about like $28 on the monthly chart. Someone came in on the weekend shift was like, "Hey, go look at ASTS. We've been in here since $2.95." And I was like, well, this is a penny stock. I'm not getting in no penny stock. When he told us about it, it was up here like, 30, 27, 30. And I was like, well, oh man, this is amazing. So, so I put that on the list and we've been watching it ever since. I really don't have a position in it, but this is one of those outliers. Rob would call usual suspects, one of the usual suspects.
Yeah, I like that
Yeah,
one. Yeah,
it doesn't
totally.
yeah, doesn't fit in a ETF sort, really, it's just one of those ones that when it really moves, it moves. But yeah, that this goes along with what you're saying about Apple. So I wonder if that all has to. I'm sure it's all connected somehow. I mean, and I think with Apple, what's going on with Apple is they don't want to pick a Gemini or they don't want to pick
Right.
is someone because they were the first ones that had Siri, but then they quit developing it. They just had Siri, and that what I mean.
They
And Alexa
abandoned
was
it.
like, yeah, Alexa was like its like rival, and then they quit developing it. It just they
Hmm.
quit using it.
Totally.
Yeah.
Uh, I think Apple gets it together though, and
Hmm.
probably goes higher still. Maybe there's another triangle out in there. Probably. I'd like to
Yeah.
see one more nice big triangle out on all of these AI stocks, and
Hmm.
then see if it can get it going and get and it's a race, man. So, and when you're in a race, you don't have time to they got to get it ramp up as much money as they can, and they got to keep pushing this thing.
Yeah. Looking at the yeah on here on TrendSpider, looking at the insider traders. There's some people selling some big positions in
Ooh, I see
Apple right
that.
now. 40. Let's see here. O'Brien sold 40.
Irish.
Yeah, 43,000 shares sold back. So and that was the beginning of October. There's some selling here, but we'll see. Maybe people are just taking their profits on that. Um,
Hmm.
it might not be done, but they're definitely taking some profits.
Well, it's made a pretty good move here now, so
Hmm.
you're probably going to see some selling up here.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
again, it's going to have to consolidate a little bit there too.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
yeah, I think Apple's good. I
Yeah.
thought Avgo's good. AVGO.
Oh yeah, we've been watching AVGO. Yes.
I mean, all of them. These are like the ones we're talking about are pretty
Yep.
much the primo ones, right? Broadcom. This one definitely is
Hmm.
in the race for sure.
Yeah.
And you see how they have trying as from just looking at your chart. I got triangled out on the daily.
Yeah.
I see that.
Hmm.
And then where's your month? Oh, then there's your monthly over there, kind of stuck inside with the one
Yeah.
now.
And
So
this is go ahead.
I don't know. It says I'm looking at it stuck in the month inside. It's a one, right? Or is that a two?
It's a one on the month. Yeah.
Okay. So my inclination that is it could stay in there a while.
Yeah, definitely. It's a big range from 387 down to 325. That's a pretty big range. And I was talking earlier on the pre-show, we were talking about how on the weekend shift we've been seeing like, leftovers. I've been calling them leftovers because, like for example, Avco was one of them. Hammer 2-2 reversal back up, awesome. It took out all these guys back at all time highs. Now this week we got a shooter counter hammer actual signal here. I know you would want that just a little bit tighter for that to be a shooter, but I call that a shooter, and and it did trigger. Let's see if they want to keep selling it. But we've been having these leftovers where it's just like, there's an actual signal on the weekly chart. Why take it off? Avco's one of them. There's some other ones too. DQ. Have you been looking at DQ? Not the,
Uh,
I don't know if
that one,
DQ has the same thing.
I don't know. You got me on that one. What's that?
Energy
Dairy
Core. Okay,
Queen.
well it's inside right now, but it was really good last week.
This is new energy, huh?
Yeah.
So what's it looking on a month
Anyway,
there?
I guess I brought up DQ because that was another one that just kept popping up on the charts. Not to get you not to derail what you're saying. Avco is definitely one we've been watching though. Definitely. Hmm.
Right.
Hmm.
Oracle, ORCL,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
obviously
Yeah. Yeah.
another one that just keeps stalling out on Oracle.
Yeah.
That one, we only watched that one from the daily.
Oh
Uh,
really?
So
Hmm.
that's like that because I've just been talking about it from the daily. So we've
Hmm.
kind of every time I'm making a video, I always will say, okay, we're gonna go back to it because it's like we're getting the same look all the time. It's like sometimes you look at all these different time frames and you can get a little bit perplexed. But on that
Yeah.
one, for some reason, we seem to be sticking with it. I like it with the inside one right now. But it's you can see how it keeps triangling out.
Yeah.
So this one that's inside right now on the daily,
Okay. Yeah.
more than likely probably pops back up and then probably triangles out again,
Hmm.
and then maybe she starts to get it right.
Yeah.
That's what I think there.
Wait.
Um,
There's that
she
eye.
fa-
Yeah. And
failed. She failed. She failed again and again and again.
yeah. And then did a gap fill? Let me see here. Oh, couple more pennies. Gap fill. When it starts doing like this, I've been telling the new traders and or or beginner stratters or whatever, because we're always looking at these candles, you know, but we need to be looking at the trend. So if it gets weird, if it gets too weird, you can always take your chart, make it a line chart, and it's a little bit easier to say, okay, well, is it trending up, is it moving up, or is it moving down? Okay, well, Oracle's moving down, and this makes the movement of being triangled out every other day a little bit easier to see the trend. You're just like, because it is a little messy on these daily charts, like you said. It's just triangling out. You're like,
Yeah.
what am I doing here?
Right.
But yeah, to
And
our
and
eyes.
and
Mhm.
and it and it, what did it do? What is 80% of gaps get filled, right? I mean, it
Yes.
filled the gap.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it
yeah.
filled the it did its job. It came when it came through whatever that was on that daily.
Oops.
It did its job. It came down and
Hmm.
it filled the gap. And then she pops up and she just doesn't want to seem to go.
Yeah.
Uh,
I flipped over to SPY real quick because I was talking about you brought it up a while back. I gotta draw it this way on TrendSpider. But you talked about it a while back, and since then I've been just tracking them, just so we have some continuity when we talk about things. But you were talking about these islands, these
yeah,
islands,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And and I was talking about these islands, and I did bring up the fact I'm like, well, yeah, they say 90% of these gaps fill, but also, okay, when is it going to fill? I mean, this one did finally fill right here, but it took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days for that to do that. I mean, when it comes to, especially for trading options, you got to look at the time, the range, and do you have enough time on that, you know?
Right.
But so now we're looking for. I thought we were going to fill the second gap today. I was, especially with this Momo shooter on the daily chart, and it did trigger, but it came right back up.
I see
So
that. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what we want to do tomorrow. But looking at Oracle made me think of these islands on Spy. So we're definitely taking the lessons from In Force with you. I'm definitely taking those lessons from you and then taking them over to the weekend shift. Like, hey, we got to remember this. This is what JJ's looking at. So we're learning from you too.
Right, right, right. I mean, I think we're all looking at the same stuff, but we
Yeah,
all have different opinions and stuff. That's why
yeah.
it's kind of why we do that. Yeah. So the Palantir, I don't
Mm.
know. What do you think of that one, man?
Palantir had earnings
I
that
yeah,
good.
a real, they beat the earnings, but the
Mhm.
guidance was crap,
It was. That's what I
and
was going to say
that's
first. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah, that's what happened there. So I really don't, it busted out, it got up to that 190 or where did okay, it got up to 207-ish,
Yeah,
right? Somewhere around
207.
there.
Yeah.
And then you got
207 and
that,
then
and
it
then you
just
get that move to the downside. It's like
listen.
how do you navigate that?
Yeah, and that's tough. That is tough because you're like, okay, the buyers got what they wanted, and but then they sold it in the aftermarket or the pre-market before you can do anything about it, and you wake up to a loss, and that sucks. That's not fun at all. And that's what that kid sometimes that's the fun of trading, the drama of the price action because the drama of the price action because anything can happen, and that is the fun part. But when you got money in that and you've been tracking this for days,
Right.
it's
I mean,
working, it's
just
working, and then
yeah,
it does that. That sucks. That just
uh,
sucks.
it does. It does. I mean, it hammers back up.
Yeah.
I
Hmm.
mean, we just see it, right? And whenever they're down, I mean, they're getting in there.
Yeah.
I mean, buyers were getting in there for sure.
Yeah.
The stock was coming back up. And then that's, it spews out, man. I don't know. Palantir, I don't watch that one that closely.
Mm.
Um, I kind of keep it. To be honest, I'm looking at the ones I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at Apple, Microsoft. Microsoft
Okay.
was down today, right?
Mr. Softy.
I think he was
Hmm.
down today.
Yeah. Yep. Wow.
Yeah, down on
Two
the
two.
day,
Yep. 2-2 reversal back down on the
right?
week.
Yeah,
Oh, we might get a shooter in force on the month. Is that on my watch list? It better be.
should be.
And it looks like it's not. I missed it. Oh my gosh. Well, I'm getting it now. I know. I'm getting it now. I'm getting it now.
Okay, so yeah, Microsoft. I'm looking at
Wow.
Apple, Microsoft,
Hmm.
Nvidia, Palantir.
Hmm.
It's up there right now. It's not one of my favorites, but it's up there
Hmm.
right now. And then I got Oracle,
Hmm.
Avgo, Nvidia, and Micron and AMD. AMD.
AMD, yeah.
AMD's been a beast.
We've been talking to, and I mentioned him last show, and because me and him been going back and forth. It's this guy, Zay. He's a trader named Zay. He's got his own show, Late Night Leverage. But uh, we were talking. I've been giving him some crap about AMD because AMD is like that ex girlfriend. Like she's toxic girlfriend. Like she's fun. She does all the things you want. Like so let's go to the monthly chart. She's real fun. We're going to the movies. We're picnics and walking dogs, and all of a sudden she's got an attitude, and then it just goes. She's keying up your
Oh,
car. She's scratching your favorite Van Halen CDs. Well, they don't
oh,
sell those no more. Like, come on, lady.
oh. I had
And
I had a
then
I had a
yeah,
couple of those.
and then yeah, then it goes. Then she starts saying, "I'm sorry for scratching your CDs," and it starts going back to the highs again. So me and him going back and forth and laughing about it. But he was talking about trading stocks on discount. We have a difference of opinion on that, but I have no answer. I mean, it worked. What he did, buying this thing out on the lows, down way down here. He bought way down here at 70. $70, way down here at
Wow.
77,
And
and
held them.
buying, yeah, and then it shot back up. And even here, waiting for the two-two reversal back up on the month is what I would do. But even then, if you look at the weekly chart and the daily chart, but definitely the weekly chart is easier to see. There was a gap up, like you know, I'd be wait now. I'm waiting for an entry way up here, so to speak, the way
Right.
I teach the strat. So there's definitely advantages of either way of trading. Like you said, we're all looking at the same stuff, and we're kind of talking about it and have our own perspectives. But I bring up Zay the fact that we have like a little bit of inside joke about AMD because she acts real nice. She's acting, she's fun, but then she'll start acting crazy. That's what I say. She starts acting crazy, and, and you're
Yeah.
like, what is this thing doing?
She
You
might
know?
be on the wine. Maybe she's
Yeah.
starting to drink the wine. She, she gets
So
really crazy then.
it is crazy. I was going to say about Palantir, just to go back to Palantir, and not necessarily
Ah,
about charts, but you said, yeah, the guidance was bad. So even was it the CEO, the president, or the CEO of Palantir saying it's at all-time highs, this is overvalued. Like when the CEO is telling you this is overvalued, like what are you doing, man? He's like, there's not much, he's saying things like there's not much growth. We don't know how far this can go. Like, I'm paraphrasing some things here. I'm sure somebody listened to that whole, speech and telling me, they might say I'm saying it wrong, but we do have a hammer on the day. That's what I'll say. We got a hammer on the day. The guidance was bad, though. You're right. You're right. But it's also at
well,
all-time highs.
it's consolidating now. It's just,
Yeah.
it's with the 2-2 down like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, it's finding its way here right now. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wouldn't trade it here right now at all.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
I mean,
Yeah.
if it broke down again to, to
Mm-hmm.
some lower prices, then that'd be different. But right now, I wouldn't
Yeah.
touch that thing.
Yeah. When it
I
starts
wouldn't touch it.
consolidating like that, I remind people, it's like this is the
You
market
gotta let
saying,
it wait. Yeah.
yeah, this is like now we've had these moves and now price discovery is starting over and the market's going, okay, well, how much does this really cost? Like, what are we willing to pay for this thing? And it's going to keep doing this until they decide. So, you
Yeah.
know,
Chop it
uh,
up.
yeah, seriously. So Palantir, we were just talking about AMD. What's another thing you're looking at?
On tech side, I like that manpower MPWR. I don't trade it, but I track it pretty closely.
Mm-hmm.
MPWR manpower.
MPW. No, that's not. That's man. Is that?
It's another one that's kind of
Yeah. MPWR, right?
had
Yeah.
a good day today.
Yeah. Yep. Choo back
All
up on the
right.
day. a
So
thousand dollars, man.
it's stuck inside a 4-day pattern on the daily. It made a move
Mm-hmm.
today. Again, it's trapped in there. Another one that's kind of consolidating.
Mm-hmm.
It's another one that's just sitting there consolidating. What else you got there? Um, what about try FICO, FICO? These all these are
FICO.
all I'm pretty sure they're inside month too.
Yeah, inside month stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, so look
Mm-hmm.
at that inside month there.
Yeah. Oof.
All right, you're not
Oof.
getting anywhere there, and you got
No,
red
stuck.
going on.
Super stuck.
Um, and where's that week? Okay, so every
That's also
day.
$1,000 stock. You trading $1,000 stocks over there?
No, I don't know. I don't. But I do watch some of them though. SWKS.
SWKS, I'll hit it, but I just want to show AutoZone. Next time you get a quarter oil over at AutoZone,
$3,600. Is that
it's a
right?
$3,000 stock. Yeah. It was at four. That's
Jesus.
crazy. I've been watching this. You're talking about ones you just watch that you never trade. AutoZone is one I just look at and go, who is buying this? Right now they're
Yeah,
selling it, but I'm like,
that's a
who is buying
discretionary.
AutoZone and just $3,000?
That's a discretionary stock too, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
watch those. I watch those. You see McDonald's. McDonald's reported,
Oh,
and they it was a miss, and the stock went up.
man. Yeah. Earnings are different. Yeah, earnings are interesting. Rob always used to say, wait till the news comes out, wait till the earnings come out, then we can work it. Um, and
Yeah,
this is definitely true
yeah,
too here.
that's
Yeah,
good advice. That's very good advice.
yeah.
So yeah, and then Starbucks had a pretty good day today too.
Starbucks, Starbucks. Hold on.
Talking
We'll
about
go to
they're talking about going on strike in 25 cities in America. That was in
Starbucks.
yeah.
I was gonna
That's a,
say go to Starbucks. Oh yeah, two
they're
reversal
to,
back up on the day. Great day. But I was gonna
they're
talk about
authorizing. They're authorizing, but there's talk of it.
wow.
All
I was gonna
right.
talk about the 212 down on the quarter on Starbucks. The,
Is that quarter right there?
yep.
Oh, nice. Yeah, look
Yeah,
at
the
that.
pumpkin spice latte is not working.
No, no,
Nope,
no.
not this year.
Yeah, yeah.
So if they're going on,
Christmas is coming. They're gonna give you something new. You get the brulee, the brulee.
that's it. That's it. It might go scenario three on the year. Oof.
I think there's a good support line at $77.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
And I think Nichols will get that company right. He was the guy that ran Chipotle Mexican Grill.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Another one that's suffering right now to the downside too, and CMG.
Yeah.
Here's
Yeah.
another one. I
Burritos.
mean, that's
Burritos. It's
these
never
are
been the
all
same since it got that stock split, really.
yeah. I
Hmm.
mean, Chipotle. Come on, man. I
Yeah.
mean, I drive by it all the time. That place is always jazzed
Yeah.
everywhere I
Always
go.
packed. Yeah.
Right. I just don't.
Look at this thing.
I
What's he doing
know.
on the quarter? Golly. It's
Ugh,
never been the same since the
horrible.
stock split.
I mean,
2-2 down on the year.
yeah.
Golly.
I mean, what's going on with Chipotle Mexican Grill? This thing used to be what, like, well, it's split a couple times, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I
Hmm.
mean, look at Netflix. Netflix is gonna split 10 for one.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's a good point.
We're gonna
Really
be
good
able to
point.
trade it again.
Yeah, yeah, well, yeah, yeah. I kick myself every once in a while looking at these broadening formations, and like you were saying, going back and looking at things. I like to keep this on here. You see this line 20735 says keep for teaching, because I like to talk about the broadening formation and like if it, people say like you just did it with Macy's. I'm not saying it in a negative way, but you did say with Macy's like there's no way we're going to get back up there. And it was easy to say back in 2022, like is Netflix ever going to get back in here, back up to 639, 64, and but when it was down here at $200, like no way. And I was on a Twitter Spaces Twitter Spaces with oh gosh, Trend Spider with three other guests, and we were just talking some mess about price action, and I'm like, there's a if this thing goes 212 back up on the month at 207.35, we can at least get to 396, and I'm just talking my strat stuff, and these other guys are technical analysis, so it made sense and it worked. But I kick myself sometimes because I'm like, if I just would have bought it and then just okay, yeah, it hit this, but then held it, you know what I mean? There's a good ad right there. I'm sure there's a couple other ads, but from 207 up to 1,341, like, come on,
Wow.
man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I tell small account traders, like, that's why I teach these guys on the weekend shift or the Strat Camp webinar. I'm like, you can make money trading shares. It might take some time, but you can do it. Like,
Right. I mean, you did it. You did it in Tesla,
yeah. Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
You had Tesla for a while.
Yes, I did, and it was awesome. And then I took profits. I definitely took profits on Tesla, um, and then I got back in. I'm still in Tesla right now with a small position, and it hit the magnitude on the week, which was great. Took 2 weeks to do it, but it finally hit, and then it went 2-2 down yesterday, and then it comes scenario three right back up. So and I didn't get stopped out, so I'm still in.
That's I cheat myself out of this stock all the time.
Hmm.
I'm anti Tesla now.
Oh no,
Every time I look at that
no.
thing, oh my God. I mean, I was in it and then I had it at 200 and what, 212.
Wow.
And, I'm getting out at like 240 and I'm thinking I'm a genius. I gotta say, back in the day when Tesla first came out, I bought that stock at like $60.
Oh my
And
gosh.
and it went and I made some money on it. But
Uh-huh.
this is another one where Tesla, $60. I think it got to 100, you
Uh-huh.
know. Oh, I'm like, oh, I'm the greatest trader of all time. Oh my God. You gotta grin and bear it when they come down on you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
that's true.
that's the
That's
way it
true.
goes.
And when you did that, that was way back here, I'm sure, way back here. And
Oh yeah, this was
that was
back when I was on the Chicago Stock Exchange at that time.
oh wow. And
Yeah, I'm saying with
and
2005, maybe somewhere around
wow.
there.
I didn't know Tesla was around that long.
Maybe, or maybe it was later than that. Maybe it was
But
later than
still,
that.
I didn't know Tesla was all the way back to 2010. I didn't know that. Um,
So yeah, Tesla's been around and you look at Facebook. It came out at $15.
yeah. Yep.
All
And
right,
just before I leave Tesla, for the new traders, it used to be like when this started happening right here, I started working with Rob. I'm learning how to trade with Rob live.
he
But
loved that stock, man.
it was $1,500 for a share of Tesla. I know you remember those days. Yeah.
Yeah, oh for sure.
Right before the stock split and all that stuff, people were like putting in second mortgages on their houses and then putting it all on Tesla because it was just would not stop. And then it got up here. They did the stock split, and it has not been the well. I mean, it got back up there. It got back up there. I was going to say it hasn't been the same since, but it got back up there. It did.
I mean, what you think of what's your take on that stock now? I think it goes higher. He's got the
Yeah,
robots. He's got.
yeah. The robot, the
It's not just.
robots.
It's not just a car. It's just not just a car company anymore.
That's true. Me and another trader were kind of went back and forth on this because Tesla actually categorizes himself as like a software company, not a car company. They consider themselves
Right.
a software company. So yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, they got the robots. If you get a robot, are you going to teach it that Chicago accent? Is that how you're going to program it? Or are you just going to have
Forget about it. Right. Yeah. Chicago.
it?
We're gonna take it to Chicago. Chicago. We're Chicago's having a rough time right now, man. We're getting
Yeah.
roughed up in Chicago right now.
Oh yeah.
But
But if we get a if we got I got to come to Chicago if you get one of them Tesla robots and you teach it the Chicago accent. Come on,
yeah.
what is
You know what? We were at a restaurant. I don't know, maybe a month ago, and
uh
we had a robot for our server.
wow.
It was like a sushi place. I can't remember the name of it now. But,
Wow.
as she came out and talked to us a little bit, uh, and then they take the order and your order goes onto the screen. It's like on the chest, and then
Yeah.
the order, so you could see the order that it's perfectly right,
Wow.
and then they turn around and then just roll back the other way. It's crazy. I was freaking out on that one.
That's so
Me and my
funny.
sister and a couple other friends.
That's
We were
pretty
getting a kick
cool.
out of it though. We were getting a kick out of it. And my guy's trying to find a way how to trip it. I'm like, you can't trip the robot. It was kind
That's
of
funny.
funny, but it was interesting. It was interesting. It was pretty wild.
That's
We'll see.
hilarious.
I mean,
That's
look at
hilarious.
this. Autonomous vehicles are going to be they're closer than you think. You know,
They're working on it. They're working on it, definitely.
they said 10 years ago, they said that, 30% of the cars on on the road would be electric. That is still
Hmm.
not true.
Yeah.
Um,
There's
things take a
mhm.
lot longer than people think.
True.
Nothing happens,
Um,
and nothing new under the sun.
that's true as well. Hitting
That's
them
for
truth
sure.
bombs. Uh, Roku is what I've been sitting in. I got a small position in Roku. Okay, nothing. No, it's nothing to scream at yet. All right,
Hmm.
but Roku two tier.
I like that group
Yeah, Roku two-tier reversal.
communications.
Yeah, two-tier reversal backup on the year. I don't know if we'll hit. We probably won't hit 239, 57 this year, of course. But again, like we were talking about Netflix. We were talking about, some of these other stocks. Tesla starting a winning position and then adding to it and just holding it. Maybe Roku's getting its act together. They
Wow,
may
I'm looking at this thing right now.
like we get to see if it gets its
Got
act
that.
together. Hmm.
I like the actionable signal on the month right now.
Yeah. Hmm.
3-1. You get that.
Hmm.
You got pivot machine gun on the monthly.
Oh,
I
if it goes
mean,
Hmm. Hmm.
Does I mean I don't get it with the Roku. I mean,
I don't either.
do you need one?
No, I we don't. I don't need one. I just know it's moving up, and it used to be a
Yeah.
thing. That's all.
Oh,
That's the whole thing.
I kind of like that. I'm gonna keep an eye on Roku.
Mm-hmm.
I
Because
I
again,
kind of I like that whole how about Roblox, man? That thing got
oh
knocked
my
out.
gosh, yeah,
That,
Roblox. That's one that
you
I've
got
never. Okay,
you gotta get some Roblox down here, man. That thing's gonna go back up.
Roblox, Roblox.
Yeah, Rob.
Remember, yeah, Rob used to call him Roblox. Yeah, this thing's going back down now. But I was doing a one-on-one with a trader, a stratter in Australia. And she remembered, she was like, yeah, I bought some Roblox because my kid was playing with Roblox, the game or whatever, and
Right.
she bought it way down here. And she's like, I ain't doing nothing. She mostly trades crypto. But when this thing took off, I'm like sending her charts and emails like, hey, look at this. It's going, because she was just hoping to get her money back. And then it does this. And that's like you said, no reason to get out. Like
Yeah.
you
I
can take some
I I,
profits, but there's
I
no
like
reason to get
I
out.
like the stock. My grandson plays it, and I was watching him.
Mm-hmm.
But they're doing some really cool stuff. What they're doing now is they're trying to build these like virtual classrooms,
Mm.
and where you can bring in people from all over the world that can come
Mm-hmm.
in, and they translate the language so that everybody understands in the classroom. So
Wow.
they're doing some educational things
Mm-hmm.
that hasn't really hit the pavement yet. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, I think this stock down here I think is at $102. It's probably going to triangle out another 1,642 times, but yeah, it's gonna triangle out a lot here. It's gonna probably I think it's I can't say that it's gonna hold here right now,
Yeah,
but I'm watching this one very closely. I have a little bit from like 106.
that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because
So
this thing reverses.
I'm sitting on it at 106 right now. I got a little bit, but
That's
so
awesome.
I but so I just when it came down and it broke, it's like sometimes I just got to get in just so I can keep focused on it, because
Ah, that makes sense. Mm-hmm.
otherwise I might just forget about it and not look at it that much. I think this thing is going to do. I think this stock will do better here, but right now it's got troubles,
Yeah.
as you see. Full
One
time
thing.
frame continuity to the
Oops.
downside.
Yep. Sorry about that.
But I
Yes.
think you're starting to get some exhaustion risk already to the downside.
Yeah. Let me go back to that. Sorry about that. Yeah. You think so? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It definitely hit magnitude on the month. Took out this first target. Took out the second target. And yeah, it could be ready to start moving back to the other side. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
Roblox.
it's gonna have to take a reversal on a month,
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
least,
Before
or
it.
at
Yeah.
least a week.
Yes. Yes.
At least a week. It ain't gonna be no daily.
No.
You know,
I
you'll keep triangling out on the dailies, and then you'll probably triangle out on a couple of weeklies, and then it'll go.
yeah, definitely. And then it'll take off. This is one that I necessarily don't look at all the time because it's not in a sector. Again, another one of those usual suspects.
Right? Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Take Two
yeah.
Interactive too, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
And
another one. Where's let me make sure it's
that's
there. There
another
it
one that's in that group too.
is. Mm-hmm. Where is that?
That's actionable right now on the month.
Yep, there it is. It is there. Let's
It's
see
fucking
here. Take two.
it's
That's
hammered up on the
TT.
month.
Yep, take two. There it is. Take two. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And then they're taking away Electronic Arts because it's going private.
EA's going private.
Yeah,
You are always up on the news. That's something that I need to
yeah,
work on. You are always in the news. That's awesome. I did not know it.
yeah,
That's crazy that they're going private with the stock at all-time highs.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow.
It's going to go private.
Wow.
I can't remember the name of the company that got involved with them, but
Hmm.
yeah, that one's gonna go private. So it's gonna go away.
One thing I made a lot of money on the beginning of the year, hammer in force on the year was Verisign. It was doing great. All right. Hammer and force on the year above 210.77. Way up here, 309.86. I'm like, okay, let me keep pushing my stops up on these weekly charts. I finally get stopped out right here, July 28th, and I avoid all this other mess here, which is great,
You got
which is
that.
why we look at four time frames.
You got that cup.
And
You got that
now,
cup and handle there. That's nice.
yeah, and now it's just inside on the month has been going down. So we'll see if this reverses back up. Um, and the other thing I really want to emphasize with explaining all that is, yes, we do want to look at these higher time frames, but we also have. I like to teach the guys over on my side as using these smaller time frames to monitor your trades, like especially when you're in. Like if you're in, if you're in a monthly trade, you need to be using these weeklies to okay, let me see what, because it could be breaking down on the week and your trade could be over and you could take some profits based on your weekly chart. And like you said, you're taking more profit, before it triangles back out on the month and then, break even or worse, so
Right, right, right,
that's
right.
why I'm kind of
Protecting, protecting, protecting.
protected. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So Verisign now, let me see here. I had it on the quarter. Uh, yeah, 2-2 reversal back down on the quarter. So talking about macro stuff, uh, Verisign to the lows.
I don't watch that one that much. I just wrote
Mhm.
that one down. Keep an
Okay.
eye on that one.
Let me see. Anything else I was looking at? UNH did go hammer in force on the quarter at 362.31. I didn't, like I said, we already talked about that on the monthly chart, but trying to see if that goes back and forth again on the
Well,
on
I
the
think
on
that
the quarter.
when the government gets back open,
Mm-hmm.
United Healthcare will be back in action.
Think so?
Yeah, because I mean the whole reason why they're the reason why the government's closed right now is because everybody's
Oh,
insurance is going
that's true.
crazy to the
Duh.
ups, so super expensive. So they're going to have
Yeah.
to, they're I don't know how long they want to keep the market. I mean the government closed for it. So apparently we don't need it.
Apparently we don't need it. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I mean other than you can't go to the Smithsonian.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
And
mean
all the national
I
parks, you
in
can
the
go to all
national
the national
parks,
parks for
it's
free. Yeah, if
it's
nobody's
win it's
monitoring it.
winter. Nobody's going into parks anyway. I think though, I think a couple moderates are going to step in now, and they're going to probably cut a deal here soon.
Yeah, they
They
yeah,
got
they
they got to get this done before Thanksgiving, man. It's going to be a disaster for people
yeah,
that are trying to get to see grandma for Thanksgiving, man. It's
true.
gonna,
True. They said the next couple days they're gonna start like they're already having problem with the air traffic controllers.
yeah,
And now like whole whole airports and whole companies are like canceling flights because nobody's because the government shut down, so these air traffic controllers are not getting paid, and they're calling in sick, they're
right.
because they're not getting paid, they're work even the news even said that they're taking off time to go work jobs that they're actually getting paid for. Like it's
I know. You
weird.
see that the guy that Duffy, his name
Oh,
that he's the transportation guy.
okay.
He was on that TV show The Real Life.
Ah, okay, okay.
He was a kid actor, that guy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know how he got I don't know how he got that gig.
Oh yeah,
Irish Irish guy too.
that's awesome. Texas Instruments 322 back down on the
Ah,
quarter. Yeah,
what's up with that one?
I don't know. Okay. So I know I'm going through macro stuff because that's usually what we do. But you were talking about not trading the first week, let them open, and I did wait. All right, I was like, let them open because I'm like, I'm not going to do a bunch of scans for two up on the month or two down on the month. Let's let them open, and I'll probably run it. I will run a scan again, here definitely this weekend. But for two up on the month, that's what I'm showing for two up on the month. This it's a very small. very small amount of stocks. Uh, two up on
Oh,
the
those are
month.
all two up on the month there. That
Yeah,
list you just had. Expedia,
yeah. PRU.
Amazon.
I added Macy's. I added Macy's. There's your Las Vegas Sands. We're
Yeah.
definitely tracking that
She's
one.
real strong right now.
Yeah,
She got real big contacts with McCaw.
nice.
So that's where that's coming from. I think Win might get involved in there too. You keep an eye on that WYNN, but
Okay.
MGM, I think MGM's dead.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know
MGM. Let's
about
see.
MGM.
Mm.
Vegas is dead. There's nobody going there.
Yeah. 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 That's
See
true.
MGM. See,
Yeah.
I wouldn't touch this one. I wouldn't
Mm-mm.
touch Caesar either.
Mm-mm.
But I like Las Vegas Sands and I like the other one, Win
Yeah.
Win
Okay.
Casino. Las Vegas
Definitely.
Sands is really cooking right now, man. It's moving. It's moving
Yeah.
right now.
Expedia.
A couple guys on CNBC said they were buying it too.
Oh, okay. Heck yeah, definitely. Expedia doing great. Another great day today. Took some profits on these 60s. EXE, two up on the month, hammer on the week. Um, CTRA, two up on the month, APO, and then Amazon. It's two up on the month, but it's red, so I don't know what I'm gonna do about that one. And then two,
Was that Amazon a shooter today on the day?
it was no, it's hammer on the day right now.
Oh,
It was
okay.
shooter.
I
It
was
was
looking at
shooter
it.
for today. It did go in force. Did not hit magnitude. Now we got a hammer for tomorrow. I'm not. And then just truth be told, I'm not moving this yet because I got to do my daily video for my guys, and then I got to. So now I got to talk about again the leftovers. Now we got a hammer. Are we gonna go? We got a hammer counter shooter, and are we gonna go back the other way? So
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Um,
Yeah. It made that since earnings, it's been pretty good.
yeah, and
But
my
before that, I mean, it was horrible.
yeah. Not the yeah, and there's my two down on the month list. We don't have to go down this whole thing. But my two down on the month list, I was looking for shooters and inside and down, things like that. Um,
You got Estee
yeah.
Lauder,
What's that?
Estee Lauder, EL.
EL. Ooh.
That's inside there now.
Okay, okay, okay. But okay. It's moving, definitely moving down. Definitely
Yeah,
moving down. Um, So what I like to do is when the spy is green on the month, I'm going to two up on the month folder. If it's a watch list, if it's red on the month or red on the week, so I'm digging in the two down on the month stuff, looking for actionable signals, and just try to keep everybody on the same time frame continuity. That way we're all looking at the same.
right. And that's all Trend
Mhm.
Spider, right?
Yep, Trend Spider. Yep.
That's
Hmm.
nice, man.
Yeah.
That's really nice.
um, so I don't. Other than the macro stuff I pointed out, that's all I'm really looking at. And then, like I said, let them open. And then you put some stuff out there, which was really, really good. Is there anything else you want to wrap up with? Any like, man, we're really, really looking at this one. I don't have any like. I don't think I have any like. AVGO is probably the thing we're watching consistently, but it is at all time highs. All right.
Yeah.
Um,
And
it's at
I
all time
think
highs.
Oracle, I like Oracle too. I watch Oracle
Oracle.
pretty close.
Okay.
Uh,
Oracle. I typed it in here so many times. Oracle. I thought it would be in the list.
and
Oracle definitely got that on the list.
I'm a sector guy, so I'm
Hmm.
always watching the sectors. I watch the diamonds. I watch the diamonds pretty closely.
Yeah.
So that's where I come from. Dow Jones Industrial Average. That's what I watched that
Mhm.
on the screen for like 30 years on the Chicago Stock Exchange. It's like
Nice.
it's in me. So
Yeah.
so I have that's why you say I'm in Macy's. It's like what the guy's doing. What the doing in retail. But stocks are moving. They're moving, right?
Yes.
And what's comfortable for you, you
Yeah.
know? You know,
Yes.
so again, so I'm always like trying to get in what sectors are moving, what's the best stocks in those sectors, and then looking for time frame continuity. Where are you in the broadening formation? Where's the support and where's the resistance?
Yep. Yep. Same. Same.
That's it.
I'm looking at that broad information on the month going, okay, who's in control, the buyers or the sellers? What are we doing? And then, like I said before, I'm trying to look for actionable signals on the week to reconfirm what we're seeing on the month. And
Right.
I got a really good interview with K Trade. She's trading SPX or SPX. You mentioned that earlier. So I'm wondering how many of my people out there trading SPX. I looked at it. I haven't traded it yet, but I am watching. I am watching.
Oh, I watch it too. Yeah, I don't trade the cash, but I
Yeah.
watch it. Again, I put those numbers out. I'll put my
Hmm.
support and resistance numbers out every day for
That's awesome.
SPX,
That's
and I like the Nasdaq too. I watch the Nasdaq. I don't really trade the cash,
hmm
um, but it intrigues me a little bit
yeah. It's fun to see.
for
It's
sure.
fun to yeah. It's fun to mess with.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
it
It
is. It
is. It
is.
is.
Well, I think that's all I got. Just be for me for my final words. Everybody, be careful. Don't try and be a hero. All right, we need to see what's happening. We only got 2 months left. I know we're looking at macro charts and macro signals, even yearly signals, but we only got 2 months left, and we know at some point they're kind of doing it now. But we know at some point they're really going to start taking profits, and it's going to go to the lows. All right, I'm not talking about a crash. I'm talking about some serious profit taking and corrective activity. I just don't know. Nobody knows when. So that's what I got. What you got,
I
JJ?
totally agree with that. Watch the charts and be patient.
And be patient.
Be patient. Totally.
If you,
Don't go jumping into things that you're going to regret.
yeah, don't wait. You
And
say it
look
all the
from
time. Don't.
it's start on the month when you look at charts,
Hmm.
even quarters.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Where's it
know,
at? What are they really doing? Yes.
right.
Yep.
That's all I got. That's all I got today.
Uh,
Let's see. We'll see what November brings. We'll see. Could trade sideways this month. Who knows?
It could. It could. If you follow me, go follow JJ. All right. He sat behind Rob for I don't know how many years, but for years. I'm going to say years. All right. And he
Long
knows the
time.
strat, teaches it right, and but he also has his own style, and he'll get you in on winning positions. Go check him out. All right. Go check him out. He's got Discord. And he puts out 2, maybe 3 videos a day. All right, very prolific in the strat. All right, go
All
see him.
right. All right. Go
All right,
Bears. Go Bears.
go, go Packers. But anyway,
Oh,
oh, all
oh,
right, we
oh.
got to end it on that.
How about Indy? They're killing it.
Oh yeah, they are. They're doing it good. They're good. They're good. All right. I'll talk to you guys. Thank you so much
Later.
for being here. This was fun. Go check out thestratsoldier.com. If you watched all of this and you're like, man, I don't know how to read charts. I don't know where to start an account. I don't even know how to get in on anything when I do start these charts, all right? When I start these trades. Go to thestratsoldier.com. Get the Strat Starter Kit. The Strat Starter Kit, you get 2 ebooks, Zero to Trading and Hammer and Force, and you get one of these Strat Soldier coffee mugs sent to your house so you can laugh with me on Saturdays and create these winning positions, add to them, and defend them with tight stops.